Hi YouTube. So I spent some money and I bought a thing. And I love the thing. It's brilliant. Works in every conceivable way. Does exactly what it needs to do. With one exception. What the hell do I do with this? So, for those of you that have maybe read the title, this is the IsoVox 2, which is a brilliant solution for a lot of people who can't afford to, or don't have the space maybe, to put an entire permanent booth in your house. I live in London, I live in a one-bed flat. You're in my bedroom right now because I need to record somewhere, and as you can hear, the acoustics are not great. So I got one of these, and when I moved from my old house I had a full booth set up, hence why I have the Sennheiser in the first place. And I moved in with my partner and I said, great, I'll make it work. So I wanted something very clearly that would fold away into my IKEA Pax wardrobe. And I wanted something that I could put up and take down and would give me a baseline level of good quality sound. Now I have customized this inside because I found it a bit boxy, so I put some bass traps in there and stuff like that. But the main problem is this thing, for anyone who's got one or who's done research, is designed for a cardioid. So you got this little thing here, and you screw this onto there. Now, that's fine. And I've been working with this for a year, no problem at all. I found myself wondering, is there a way, which I'm sure you can see from here, is there a way to put one of these in here? And the answer is yes, there is. But you're going to need to potentially destroy your booth to do it. So this is the inside of my booth now. And as you can see, that is the entrance for my shotgun mount, shall we say. And I did, I'm sure you can probably imagine by now, I did a simple trench system. So I took myself a $6.99 or whatever it was drywall knife. I obviously measured where I was, and I went through here, took a right hand turn, and plumbed out the back there. I will say, you're going to need to get yourself a HOLESAW attachment. Now, it doesn't need to be huge. I think this is a 5cm one. Can't really see from here. It doesn't need to be huge, but you're going to need to run an XLR cable through it. And remember, obviously, you're going to have to feed it through from the inside. This now lives here, by the way. It was an absolute faff to get through. So this stays here now. But you need to run this out here. So make sure the hole's obviously big enough for that. Now, it wasn't easy. You have, at this back bit here, I actually started with a HOLESAW attachment on the outside, but you could, I see no problem starting here. I did individual stages. So you have a removable, maybe 2-3 centimeter thing here. So you have to go through that. Then you have to line that up with the majority of the insulation, which is behind, which is maybe another 10-12 centimeters. So I went about halfway through that, and then basically came at it from the other side. So, you know, measure up, come at it from the other side. And it wasn't that difficult. It probably took me, I'm going to say it took me about 20 minutes until I had a trench, which was, you know, I could feel, basically I could stick my hand through and feel the other side. It's not gonna be, it's not that malleable. So you want to kind of make sure you're big enough, obviously, for your attachment that you're running through. But bear in mind that there's going to be an element of jimming it and pulling it. But in theory, you're only doing it once. Once you've got it, I have gone for obviously a black aesthetic in here with my bass traps, etc. So I just spray painted it black. Ran the XLR through, and now I have to put this down. Once you've got everything connected, it is literally as simple as sticking it in, and as you can see, it recesses maybe 5-6 centimeters here. There's not a huge amount of movement here. That's by design, and it actually holds itself up really well, which is completely dumb luck. That was not my intention, but I'm not sure if you can see here. Once I'm in, I can close the thing behind me, and I have a shotgun microphone setup, which is about 5 centimeters from my face. Perfect. I can see my copy clearly, and more importantly, I have the option of doing the cardioid or the hypercardioid, which is great. So the only other thing I would say, if you ever want to sell this, you might have problems, because obviously you've by definition you've hacked a bit of it out and installed it. I'm not going to sell it. This is perfect for me for what I need, so I'm more than happy to sit on that. If you do want to sell it, maybe you're going to sell it with a shotgun custom insert installed, which is great. I don't normally make videos. I just saw this thing in my mind that I made and it worked, and I thought that there was a gap in the knowledge sharing within the IsoVox community, so to speak. So I've made this video. If you found it helpful, let me know. But for me, it's exactly what I need.